Let's get to it, man. Time for us to dive into our hustler of the week. And this week, this particular person, man, is somebody who is out here doing big things for the community, trying to create financial literacy for the youth, is even investing his own money to build some things to benefit the people in his city of Atlanta. Yo, our guy from Honey Drip Investments, Aristotle's in the building. Yeah. What's happening, brother?
What's happening? What's going on?
Yeah, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling great.
You sure? You got a lot of money.
Nah, man, ain't like that.
That's what it looked like. How you get all this money?
Yeah.
How? Business, investments, sacrifice.
Okay.
That's good right
Best
there.
ones I can say.
Sacrifice is a word that we rarely hear when people talk about, investing money and things like that. That's you're probably the first person that have said that once you talk about how you gained your wealth. So, like, what was that sacrifice like for you?
Well, I always just remember the start. The start was simply me being in the Army. I was living off my Army money and investing in my haircut money. So I always tell people the easiest way to climb from the bottom is all I can do is tell you what I did. And what I did was I had 2 streams of income. I lived off one and invested the other. You know what I'm saying? That's the easiest way to do it. You just need 2 good streams of income.
So you had a hustle.
Yeah,
Which was barbering. I would cut the soldiers' hair. But,
Wow.
there was a rule that you had to have a haircut every week. So I had almost like a subscription business where I had dudes, and then it was the whole barrack. So you know how just imagine you live in an apartment building, but everybody knows apartments are men and they all come to you. That was me.
That was a good idea.
It was about 50 soldiers in the building. All of them went to me.
How much was you charging a cut?
At the time, it was $10. Then I moved up to $15. After 2 years.
They out here charging $100
I know, right?
You know what I mean?
How much do you
Crazy.
think at the end of the week you were investing per week?
I was investing $3K a month.
Damn.
So
off haircuts, bro.
Off haircut.
That's fire.
crazy.
That's fire.
And then people was being lazy, sleeping at that time, and you was up making money, or they was messing around with women and things like that, and you got focused.
Well, I didn't take weekends off, so most soldiers would go with their girls. They would go do this, they would go do that. My weekends consist of cutting hair.
You had a goal, yeah.
So I work all 7 days of the week.
Wow.
I didn't believe in taking a day off. I believed in taking half of a day off. That was a break to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Periods out of the day was just off time for me.
That was the beginning of your journey, and now you're trying to instill financial literacy in the community, and you recently bought a 31 square foot center in Atlanta called the
31,000. I was like 31.
Oh, shit.
I'm like,
shit, my bad.
I bought a bathroom.
I'm like, what you doing?
You went there like this.
I'm like, it's a bubble.
He like this with it. Yeah, this is nice. All right, bringing it back.
All right.
You recently purchased a 31,000 square foot building of the Legacy Center in Atlanta so you can instill some of these same values in the youth.
Right.
Talk about what brought you to buying the Legacy Center in Atlanta so you could do these things. Like, why?
Well, first of all, I'm from the south side of Atlanta. I was born there. The cities I lived in on the south side are Cleveland Ave is my first stomping ground. My family still live there. Riverdale is also where a lot of my family resides. And I also lived in Fairburn and Union City at one point. So I'm really a south side kid. You know what I mean? And then I went to school there, elementary, middle, and high school. And I left my 11th grade year and moved to Kansas. So this city, especially the south side, means a lot to me. And when I drive down the south side, I see people getting on the bus. And then me being a rich guy who came from the, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, you don't even got to get on that bus. I can show you how to get this. It's like I'm riding every time I visit home, every time I visit my folks on Cleveland, Riverdale, whatever. I'm just looking at the people and I know they need help. You know what I'm saying? And they need they ain't got the money. You know what I'm saying? So they need somebody to teach them financial literacy. I feel like financial literacy is what's really crippling the black community, if anything. You know what I'm saying? The lack of knowing what to do with the money and how to save the money, how to climb up from the bottom. And who knows better than that than a person like me who started from the bottom? You get what I'm saying?
So who taught you
For sure.
financial literacy? Because that wasn't something you just learned in school or in the military, correct? What was your first investment and what taught you these lessons?
Probably my mom. My mom quit her job to have a happy marriage when I was 14 years old. I couldn't understand it. And what she would do was she would make a spreadsheet, a PowerPoint Excel spreadsheet of the bills from everything you could think of, even fun time. That was a part of the budget. She budgeted everything. So that was the first step. When me and my wife got married, the first thing we did was we bought a whiteboard, hung it up on the wall, talked about our finances, and we literally budgeted everything, including our fund. And then we said we should have this much left over per month. Now, that was just from working wages. Then I made all that money from barbering. So even for what we worked, we was saving $1,000 a month. And then, so I was really investing about $4K a month into a stock market account. And you got to think, after a while, that quickly raises up. And then people started to want to me to mentor them, because at the time it wasn't no 21-year-old with 40 racks in the investment account who's in the Army, and then nobody could understand it for the life of them.
Right.
But what it was that I realized that I was doing that they were not doing, they were lifestyle creeping. So if they make...
What's that mean?
That
lifestyle
means
creeping.
As you make more money, your expenses also moves with your money. So you made $3,000 a month, then you go to $5,000 a month. Now you add $2,000 more a month of car notes and bills.
Yeah.
So you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, I never did that.
You chill where you were.
When I made my first million, my bills were $3K a month.
Damn. How are you able to do
crazy.
that, though? I mean, I just think the natural progression in life, a lot of times, I know some people can be reckless,
Right.
but I just know for me, I know at times as I've made more money, my lifestyle, meaning like wife, kids have activities, got to pay for football, $500
Prices
a seat.
going up on
The price
stuff.
is going, naturally, the cost of things has gone up as well. So how are you able to keep your expenses at a certain level, although you're making more money?
I was living in Savannah at the time, too. So it wasn't no designer stores. I didn't even know what Dior was until I got rich. You get what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know what none of that stuff was. So being away for that long, you got to think I got rich in the military. So my mind is still there. We don't
you still
have those
living
type
frugally.
of... Exactly. So
Makes sense.
my apartment was like $1,100, and then I had 2 cars. One of them was nearly paid off cash. I lived like a great lifestyle. We would go out to eat every day, go on a date every week, but it was still only $3K a month we were spending.
That's crazy, because I probably would be homeless if I spent $3K a month right now.
Right.
For real?
Yeah, like stuff costs a lot of money. I don't know where you live, but where I live,
Right.
things cost a lot of money.
And I felt like I was living a good lifestyle spending that much a month.
Yeah, I think $3K, like I'm barely
in Savannah, I
covering
think
mortgage
maybe-
and household bills.
That's what I'm saying.
crazy.
That would just literally pay not even all of my things that I need to move around. So that's why I'm looking at that. Like, how did you function off that? But okay,
But he said it's military though. You were in the barrack at $1,100 a month.
Well, when
rent
I
and
got
stuff.
married, the Army paid me about $4K a month. So I was making $4K from the Army, $3K from cutting hair. I was making $7K a month.
Yeah,
So I would live off $3K and invest $4K.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you have the Legacy Center.
Right.
So when do you think it's going to be up and running for you to have these kids in there, for you to be able to teach them? Because you just acquired it, correct? Not too long ago.
I'm doing an event pretty soon where the first few events I'm gonna do a lot of philanthropy events. I'm almost at 1 million followers, so I thought about throwing a 1 million follower party at this event space, but after that, we start in construction, and we don't plan to be open till late 2025, early 2026, preferably before the World Cup hits. You know what I'm saying? Because
Perfect
you know what I'm
timing.
saying? Like, that's why I said I might as well start construct. That's why I had to buy that building, because I was already getting a building built, but that was gonna cost $9 million, and I was gonna spend that of my money, but I was gonna spend $4 million cash, and I was gonna finance the other $5 million, right? So it was a huge bet, but it was a $9 million bet. But then when I saw this building sold for 3.5 at the time, I said, offer them 100K over 3.6. Why not? Because that'll save me a lot of time and money. It's saving both. You get what I'm saying? So from the outside looking in, most people were feeling some type of way because they really couldn't afford it and they wanted the building. But they don't. I feel like I'm the only one who had a real purpose buying the building. Like I had architects. We've been drawing layouts prior to even knowing this building would be sold. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? And the layouts that we drew fit perfectly with inside of that building.
Oh, wow.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the layouts I drew 2 years ago.
That's crazy.
Because my first dream was to be an architect. So I still got a little bit of it in me. I actually designed my first backyard. I gave somebody the drawing and I told them whatever it costs, get it built. So I'm experienced at, you know what I'm saying, drawing stuff and getting it built. So I drew the layout of the business that I wanted, and then I spoke to architects. We've been speaking to architects for like 1.5 years about it. So this building was already in the plans, and then it's crazy because me and my wife were looking for commercial spaces for the last 2 years. We tried a property up there in Buckhead. It was like, where was this place? Remember where that bridge got burnt down? Y'all remember that? It was like the bridge in Atlanta that got burnt down. Yeah, on the expressway. Yeah. It's kind of in Buckhead.
That was right before Buckhead, right before you get to Buckhead.
Yeah.
But you got some controversy. There's some controversy with the building before you bought it, correct?
Yeah, which the first few days, a lot of that came back on us because
I was going to ask you
ignorance, though.
Yeah, because all right. So to my understanding, a bunch of people invested into this property to get it built.
Right.
Before it was open and anything was done with it, it didn't open, and then it got sold to you. So did some people think you had something to do with them, needing to return them money?
Yeah, it's ignorance, but it quickly got straightened out because the leader of the what do you call it? The riot or whatever you want to call these.
There was
protest?
a riot?
Protest.
Jesus
Protest.
Christ. Okay,
Let's say protest.
I ain't hear about the riot now.
Protest.
I don't know what to call a group of people who all mad.
Did they burn that bridge down as well?
Right. But it was a group of people who were all mad at him, and of course
the original people that invested in the building.
Well, not even that. It's like he has like a cult, like following of people who tear him down. You know what I mean? Like he got like this guy, that guy. So, naturally, whenever I bought the building, it's a few people who hey, I don't know.
Yeah,
they were coming at you.
Carry that over.
Well,
you like that ain't got nothing to do with it.
I didn't have nothing to do with it, but it's just jealousy, if that makes sense.
I mean, if I put some money into a building and now you walking around with the building, I'm going to feel like somebody owe me some money. I don't know who it is, but I want my money.
But instead of addressing him, at first, but it only lasted for about 2 days, and then the leader of his name Julian Gordon, he's like the leader of the
haters.
Exposed.
The leader of the haters.
They're not haters, but what they're doing is
they want their money.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's really what it is.
For sure.
So you just got wrapped up. You had nothing to do with it, but this is exactly why you want to teach your people, financial literacy.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I to this day, I don't have his number. Never had a dinner with him, nothing.
So, have you ever put a bad investment, put money into an investment that wasn't good? Because technically, that's what would have happened to the people that originally invested, right?
And I was pissed off. I lost like 400 racks.
Off of?
Glorilla. She stole some money from me.
Oh.
Stole?
Yeah. And then who else?
Wait, how?
Yeah, we got to stop here for a minute before you even say
you
who
don't
else.
just drive by that.
How did she steal the money from you?
I paid her some money, over 6 figures, to do something for me, and she didn't complete the task. She still got 2 more tasks to complete, and it's on contract, and I'm still going through court about that.
How long has it been?
It's been a year, since March of last year.
So is what happened is she wasn't as big then when you first did this deal?
That's what she was big. It's just, celebrity, cocky. I'm not going to fulfill the contract shit. You know how this shit go.
So there can be bad investments, but the good investments is what got you this building, right? So we're going to teach these kids. What do the kids need in order to be able to get into the Legacy Center?
Can I ask one more question before we switch?
This is supposed to be a positive.
It is
segment,
and this is going to be positive.
You asked me,
because we're going to end on a good note.
I said I lost, goddamn.
No. This wasn't about that. I wanted to ask because you brought up the controversy earlier.
Yeah.
And we talked about that people don't really understand and the ignorance of it. And when people like yourself are on social media and you're trying to say, listen, come to me, I can teach you how to get your money right. There's always a group of people that don't believe.
Right.
There's always a group of people that believe that you're just trying to rope people in and get their monny and not give them anything back.
And because there's a lot of people out here doing and
that.
saying
and
that they can,
scamming and stuff like that. So
Right.
how do you handle that when people say, nah, Aristotle's just trying to scam us, blah, blah, blah?
I'm going to post testimonials and I'm going to tell them, look, all I'm charging is $35. So come get the information. It's up to you whether you want to or not. But the testimonials, the proof is in the pudding, and I know what I'm doing. And if you really don't believe in what I say, I got something for you. Every Sunday at 8 p.m., I host a show called Stock Sundays. You're going to watch me call these plays for free, and you can make money off them too. Then you're going to watch me post how I made money off a free play. So that's how I've been, because, see, I did realize that too. If you have a business, you have to have some way of legitimizing yourself. Even with testimonials, some people will say, oh, well, that's stage.
Right.
What you know what you can't stage? Me saying something going to happen, and it happens.
That's true.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I can't,
If it rain
cannot-
tomorrow,
Thank you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so that's what really legitimized my brand and made it to where, okay, what can you say? You
For
watch
sure.
me make 6 figures already this year saying stuff that I'm going to get into for
Makes
free
sense.
on Sundays, you know?
Yeah, makes
Okay,
sense.
so back to the Legacy Center. So this is specifically for kids, or more so geared towards kids. So
Right.
with that, so that's the process in order to come to the class. $35. Is it a weekly thing?
No. This
is it
ain't
a
got
camp?
the Legacy Center ain't got nothing to do with my business.
Okay.
In fact, the name got took down. If you go there, I took the name down, so it won't even be called that no more. I can't really disclose what the name is going to be yet because
Trademarking. and all that stuff.
trademarking. Did we already trademark it, baby? Not finalized yet. And on top of that, you got a group of people who just really like, I'm being watched. So it's like, they like, look, we can't beat them, join them.
Yeah.
So let's figure out whatever this young man doing. He won't include nobody. I'm not even asking for investors. So, you know, that's not typical.
Yeah, they don't like
So,
that.
Yeah, motherfuckers like, well, let's put our money together and let's see if we can come against this young man. If
Yeah.
that makes sense. So, you know, you got a lot of out-of-town niggas. I'm from Atlanta who want to come here and try to figure out whatever I'm doing to try to do whatever I'm doing. So I got to be secretive about
Yeah.
what I'm doing.
You're definitely not by yourself, though. I saw a podcast that said that every morning you and your wife shower together. So you can't be by yourself because it seems like you're always with someone at a
Right,
point.
right.
Okay, so is that part of the success?
Is that the secret to
yeah,
success?
that might be the secret to the success.
listen,
I don't know
listen.
what it had to do with anything, but it was interesting to me.
Listen, like,
Because it's a little, you know, in the shower, sometimes the water be this way, you be cold this way. Somebody
well, nah,
don't get wa-
we got a big shower.
Yeah, but like the water still aims
They
more
probably got
towards.
more than one shower
Well,
head.
you always
Rain.
got to have that one person
Yeah.
who enjoys being under the water.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Somebody's drowning. The other person's a little cold on the butt.
in the back.
Hey, but to say that, you know, of course, you know, I can take my solo shower sometime. Of course, it ain't like, you know what I mean. I didn't know that bar was gonna get blown up that bad. You feel me? But
Right.
it did.
Right, that's
And,
funny.
Yeah, but nah, we do. We very close. My wife definitely my best friend.
Oh, that's nice.
That's
okay,
what's up.
that's
That's
just
what's up.
and y'all grow together, and she
Yeah.
helps you in the business as well.
Big time. She carrying the business right now. Like, I'm gonna say this. Like, we both kind of carrying it. Like, I'm a master marketer. It's almost like the best of both worlds, yin and yang. Like, wherever I'm weak at, she's strong, and vice versa. She's not as good as marketing on social media as I am. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But that back end, like handling the paperwork, all that, I suck at that.
Yeah.
We depended on me. This stuff will be still in 2022. I'm being serious, like, bro, I was like, damn, baby, I ain't signed that yet. It's been 2 years.
You're right. I ain't signed that
What?
yet. That's funny.
Like, her keeping up with everything is a skill in itself. Being accountable for making sure every bill get paid, every credit card get paid, making sure I get my 3 meals a day, making sure, everything, like the customer service, making sure if this customer has a problem, handle it.
So the key to success is finding a good woman.
In my personal opinion, yes.
Yeah.
And you know, I heard one dude say his name was Gilbert Arenas. He said
I
on
never
the
heard of
pod,
him.
he said on a podcast once, he was like, if you as a woman allow another woman to be an assistant to your man, you have failed your man. Meaning if you have a successful man and another woman is his secretary, another woman get his meals, he reports to another woman about this. You should never let another woman assist your man.
And you should never let a woman have to take care of herself if you talking like that.
Okay,
Gilbert
there it
Oh
Arenas.
yeah, for sure, for
Gilbert
sure.
Arenas.
That's automatic.
Well, look, bro, you're doing
Because
great
his
things.
baby mama paying her own bills, chef.
Right. You're doing great things. We appreciate what you're doing for the community, the lessons that you're giving the people about this money. And that's why you're here today, man, as our hustler today. So thank you for stopping by and hanging out with us this morning.
Oh, yeah, hold on.
Aristotle, yes, sir.
Tap in. We got this event going on where we're going to June 1st. We're going to pay. I taking $10,000 of my money, so $100 per kid. And the only way they get the money is if they finish the lesson. We're going to teach them how to get started in stocks, real estate, and credit, because those are the three main things you need to really learn. So I'm gonna teach the stock portion. I got a few guys who are gonna teach the credit portion, and then my boy Jay Lee, Mr. Phenomenal, gonna teach the credit, and this dude named Casey the GOAT, and then Jay Lee gonna teach real estate. So guys who are all experts at what they do, and we're going to be, all of us are millionaires, and we're going to be the ones teaching the kids how to like really get started in these three things.
How do they tap in with
Yeah, I
you?
was gonna say that. How do they sign up? How
I'm
do you
actually-
pick the kids?
How we're so the thing is, we want to from ages 11 to 21 to show up, and we want 250 kids because I stopped at 25K. I
Okay.
raised 25K. I got 10K of my money, and then 15K came from different influencers and millionaires. And how they tap in is what was the word they got to DM me, baby? It was on that page.
That was the wrong paperwork.
Yeah. No, they got to DM me a word. But for now, just DM me learn if you
Learn.
want to.
Okay,
learn.
Yeah, just DM me learn
Okay.
if you want to come in and do it, and then we'll give you a form to fill out.
Okay.
For the people that are just being introduced to you, give them your Instagram as well.
Aristotle Investments, and if DMing me learn don't work, just I'm gonna post something today.
Okay.
A flyer today.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No doubt.
Perfect.
All right, bro. You're doing it, man. Thanks for being here. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You're a hustler of the week.
Oh, yeah, for
All right,
sure.
our guy Aristotle's in the building, man. Thank you for coming by.
We are the morning hustle.